This isn't what people wanted. President Trump signed an executive order to establish a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Let me read and I'll give you my take, because this is a revelation to many of you, I'm sure. And this is an insight in regards to how they're going to do this. It is estimated that the US government owns about 200,000 Bitcoin. However, there has never been a complete audit. What a surprise when it comes to government, by the way. The executive order directs a full accounting of the federal government's digital asset holdings. The US will not sell any Bitcoin deposited into the reserve. It will be kept as a store of value. The reserve is like a digital Fort Knox. Hopefully not, because we've still got to see the audit of that. So premature sales of Bitcoin have already cost the US taxpayer over $17 billion in lost value. Now the federal government will have a strategy to maximize the value of their holdings. So they're kind of saying we're not going to actually add this as an expense. So they have to come up with other ways of doing so. I'm sure Michael Saylor has a few. Okay. The government will not acquire additional assets for the stockpile beyond those obtained through forfeiture proceedings. Oof. Stockpile is responsible stewardship of the government's digital assets under the Treasury Department. Promises made, promises kept. Perhaps. Not really sure that's what people had in mind. So this is not what people wanted, I'm afraid. So I actually think they should add it as an expenditure. And I'll tell you why, because they waste far more money, and I think this is far better spent money that actually might garner a return and isn't wasted money, unlike what the government do a hell of a lot of. It's actually funny to watch them call out what the government actually spend money on and some of the insanity of it. Government also spend money on some really great things, by the way. But there's a lot of badness that needs to be cleared up. And that's what's taking place in the US. Essentially, they're saying they're not going to actually buy any more Bitcoin other than what they've acquired through criminal forfeiture, which is interesting.